Hello everybody, thank you for joining me for my video. Again, the wedding chapel has come to my rescue. It's a very windy day this morning in Blackpool on this Saturday, the 29th of February 2020. There is a blue sky, however the wind is fierce, and as said, the wedding chapel has come to my rescue so as I can introduce my Sunday review for the 1st of March 2020. Well, all this week, Blackpool has suffered, like all the other parts of the UK, with the bad weather. I'm very pleased though of what I was able to video during the week, and I hope that everybody enjoys it. Now, I wish to thank everybody who watches my videos. Thank you very much indeed. It means such a lot to me. So I'm going to start the video now, and have a wonderful day, and thank you very much for everything that everybody does for me. Thank you. I'll start the video now. Bye-bye.
Today, everyone, we have an invite to visit inside an established cafe. This is Topping Street, where all the work is taking place. And to get to this established cafe, we have to go up here, which is Wood Street. We're going to go right to the end and then turn sharp left. We have reached the cafe now, but I just want to show you where we are. This is the outside car park area, and right down the end of that road is the Winter Gardens. And now I can show you where we have the invite. The established cafe is called Right Bite. A tremendously well presented front shop. I must confess myself, I did not know about this cafe. I don't come round this area because I don't drive, you see, but I'm so very pleased I have found this. Very impressive indeed. Please notice the moving illuminated sign. I'm just going to let it play through. Fingers crossed this comes out on the actual video. We will now go inside and inspect and enjoy this well fitted out established cafe.
Here we are inside the cafe now, and it's indeed very nice, nicely set out. There's a blackboard in front showing their today's specials. Just going to walk to the end of the cafe to show you the length and the nicely laid out and set out tables. Lots of drinks available as well. A nice seat close to the window if you would like that. Seating for 2 and 4 people. However, if you're on your own, you can sit where you like. I must point out that this is after closing on the Tuesday because I'm able to film it when there's no customers. So what you're seeing now is the cafe all nicely set out for the next morning. It's very, very well kept and immaculately clean. It really is. But I do like the way the tables and chairs are set out.
This cafe opens up at 8 a.m. in the morning for a lovely breakfast and closes at 3 p.m. So when you visit Blackpool or you are a local person, please consider visiting this cafe. You will not be disappointed. And this concludes our visit to the Right Bite Cafe. Approaching now the build of the Premier Inn. We first of all pass all the vehicles involved in the construction of this build. There's a lot here today. A very, very significant period yesterday and today, and probably for the rest of this week. Very significant indeed. And this is what I would like to show you. This is the work to install electricity into the build, into the substation and generator room of the Premier Inn. That's what's taking place in front of you now. And just approaching the vehicle and company that is undertaking this work. Electricity Northwest. Hoping you have found this interesting, I must close the camcorder up now, as yes, the drizzle and rain has returned. Later on in the afternoon, I was able to get this. A view of the sea and the North Pier. What Blackpool is all about, the sea and the promenade. Hoping you have enjoyed this Tuesday. I'm off home now. Bye-bye. I have some corrective work to do here. Now this is the junction that we've seen many times. Abingdon Street and Talbot Road. There's Malloy's, and across the road the News and Booze shop. Now on my last video last weekend, I told everybody that this road here, this little part of Abingdon Street, would be closed for 4 weeks until the middle of March. However, this is what has happened. The road is now open to all traffic. As you can see, there is no asphalt finish to the road. It has just been planed. There's a van to prove that at the moment, this road is now open to all traffic. I apologise to anybody who has had hardship through this. We'll just show you Queen Street, which is straight in front of you. That has all been planed and remains closed. We are now in Topping Street. We will walk down here. This is a huge job in this part of Topping Street. In front, you will see 3 circular objects, and they are part of a manhole. These will assist the manhole covers. And next to them, you can see these long pipes. They will be used for a sewer works. Must close up now due to, yes, the rain. We'll soon find some cover. The rear of the Sands Venue Resort Hotel. And this is where, as we all know now, this is where the main entrance to the hotel will be. And that's straight in front of you now. Have some interesting and exciting news for everyone. Yes, this site has received its first item for the museum. It is a huge elephant. It is now safely in place in this build. The first of nearly 800 items for this showtown. It's nearly showtime at Showtown. The sun has arrived. We are now walking down the first side, the side closest to the amusement arcade. And please notice the tremendous progress on this extension. Look at all the cladding there. And that goes right to the end. So tremendous progress along this side. We are round the front now of the build, and you will please notice the gates to the build are open. We are just in time to see the arrival of a tarmac lorry. There it is, we will follow it in. This lorry will now connect with that blue pump. Safely in, and as said, this will join up and connect to that blue pump. This mix is required right at the front of the build. That's why what you see is taking place. Just yards away from that lorry, we can see this crane here waiting to get in when the mix has been unloaded. A full frontal view of the build, showing clearly the Black Cross members and all the windows. With a view of that crane waiting to get in and that tarmac lorry, this completes today our Wednesday walkabout. Have enjoyed it, and I hope you have as well. Am undercover adjacent to the Stanley Park golf course. Have just learnt this very morning that another step forward has been made, but by the council. Blackpool Council is planning to hand over the land for an Adventure World Centre and 250 holiday homes to be built on this part of Stanley Park Golf Course. This is simply to advise you on the following. You now have until 5 p.m. on the 19th of March to lodge representation and objections to this move. It is necessary to put this in writing or send an email. I will leave an email address after this video. It is hoped that this helps slightly the organisations and people involved in objecting to this. I am off home now because there's no chance of this rain stopping all day. This is going to go on all day. Bye bye everybody. Bye bye. Very good morning. It's Saturday now, the 29th of February, a leap year. Now, to start off, I would like to walk you down along Topping Street, where all the work at the moment is taking place. You can see it right in front of you. We will be going down the whole length of Topping Street, as there's other things that I would like to point out. Just coming up now to an area where sewer work and a manhole cover is now taking place. Quite deep here. You can see one of those circular frames already in place. To continue our walk along Topping Street, which is a comparatively long street, we're now approaching Churchill's public house and also Wood Street. Wood Street is to the right and also to the left, and that's where that cafe is that we visited earlier this week. I have crossed the road. We're still in Topping Street right at the end, and I would like to show you this. Over the last couple of months, a lot of time and effort has been put into this little parade of shops. There's the first one to let. Next doors there's a hairdresser's. I'm uncertain what that one is, but next door there is another shop to let. I thought you might like to see this. And at the end, a very well established newsagents, etc. Yes, as I said, a lot of time and effort has been put into this little parade of shops. It looks very, very nice. Please have a look at this. If I was to turn around and show you across the road, there is another shop that is vacant, and this has only just become vacant within the last 2 weeks. An enormous shop, this. A full frontal view of this shop. Virtually across the road is the build of Blackpool's conference centre and hotel. That's what makes this area quite interesting. Just a few paces down and we find ourselves outside the Winter Gardens, and across the road is a Pisa Express. Now this is a most interesting area, as a planning application is in place to knock this down and to erect a 6-storey block of flats with, on the ground floor, new shop premises. Gonna make this area very interesting indeed. I think it is 40 or so close flats. The build and tower crane of the Premier Inn site. Now I have news about the tower crane. It is due to be taken down the 14th and the 15th of March, just 2 weekends' time. I'm told it is a very big job and it will take the whole of the 2 days, the Saturday and the Sunday. And this is where that caged area was shown earlier in the video. The electrical work. The electric to be taken into the substation and generator room of the Premier Inn build, which is right in front of you now, behind those doors. This is the side and the front of the Premier Inn, and I'm just going to show you across the road, right across the road, there is this nightclub that will open up this spring, right opposite the Premier Inn. We are on the promenade now, and across the road is the area of the comedy carpet. And right next door to the comedy carpet, you will notice these tents. These have been erected during this past week. There is a film crew here using Blackpool as an important part of their film. Just take you across the road to show you a closer view of the tents. It's extremely windy, very, very windy indeed. Regretfully, I could not have it confirmed what the production is. There are rumours, however, I could not have it confirmed. Have walked across the road, and I can show you the vehicles that are with the film crew. And also, I will use this to thank everybody who has watched this video. And I'm going to go home now and edit it and put it all together. Thank you all very, very much and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.